Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to some more Let's Try Age of Wonders 3. Oh wow, I didn't even realize you could zoom out this far to a strategic map. Oh, this is fantastic. I love the look of it, actually. Very handy. Alright, so, we've got our unit here. We've got to end our turn, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, it looks like the progress we were making on our weapon production, our poisoning weapon spell, has actually been delayed because we cast spells in combat. Alright, and here's the big storyline twist. Gamblag declares war. Sundrin! This treachery will not go unanswered. Your brother has broken the peace by attacking one of my guests. Yizzo. Maybe because his name was so stupid. Thanos fell in the attempt, just as the rebels you incited against me have fallen. I've raised their villages as a lesson to others. Their blood is on your hand. That's what I get for trying to make accents and voices. Thanos, no! My beloved brother, dead! Why? There's no rebellion, and there were no rebels in those villages. You murdered innocent people. Many Bothans died, and Thanos would never be the first to attack. Surrender or suffer. Your lies cannot sway me, rogue. The actions of you and your brother have made it clear to me that the Commonwealth is the only reasonable party here, so I have joined them. And that's really the thing. There are two sides going on here. There's the elven side and some sort of like human Commonwealth thing with a lot of mechanical stuff going on, and apparently war has broken out as a result of all that. It is a so-called peaceful council that is the lie. I will find out what truly happened. My troops, we will replenish our strength in Eldast. We will need to raise an army now. The traitorous orc betrayed his duty in the trust of the Elven Court. He shall die. Alright, so, yeah, war is declared. We could open up a negotiation screen at this point. Look at this with the freaking halo going on. You know, we can make him an offer and try to declare a peace treaty, but there's no way that he's going to accept it. Just because, well, I think it's just set to him hating us and various things like that. Or maybe there is. Maybe there's a way to do diplomacy in this scenario. But I'm assuming he's pretty dead set on war for storyline reasons. Again, we are playing this, like, story-based campaign here, not a kind of just open, generic gameplay. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and loot this gold chest, get about 200 gold and 55 mana. And yeah, the Thanos of House Iniok has lost. The entire player has been defeated, which is kind of a cruel way of doing it. And yeah, we're generally trying to move downward here across the bridge. And there is a shrine to the Guardian Angel here. If you control it, it gives you 10 candle. I think that's a research. Come on, is it not mouse over? A knowledge point, yeah. So by controlling the shrine, we do get income in terms of research. And also, I think moving on to it, I think we'll heal our guys. Nope. But we do get a story event. Eldast in danger. Sundrin, your highness. Brigands are threatening to burn our city down. Please help us vanquish them. You will not interfere. We will deal with you first. Die. No, you shall die. Yeah, Shrine to the Guardian Angel bestows visiting units with Holy Champion for 4 turns and fully restores their health. Adds plus 10 research when located within your domain, which we're going to talk about very soon. Recharges at once every 4 turns. So we've met the friendly outpost. We are at peace with the outpost. It tells us about concealment, which is really interesting. These are assassin type units, and normally they would be invisible. But we have a unit with true sight, if you recall correctly, and because of that, we can see them. So we can dismiss this hint. Still preparing a spell, and that's actually the end of our turn. We don't have any movement left. No, so we'll end that. And we want to fight them in here anyway, because, you know, we'll let them come to us while we're well defended by this little area. So we'll jump once again into manual combat and see what they have to do to us. Independents attacked Sundrin of House Iniok. Nice little panning view. Now, if you're not a fan of these panning views, and you'll see, oh, apparently we get the first move. When the enemy moves, the camera will zoom in to show their moves as well. Also, if we automate, which maybe we'll automate one just to show that off. Oh, apparently I did turn this on. Well, first of all, there's the Tactical Combat Action Camera, which is that zoom-in thing. And the other is the Tactical Combat High Camera View, which, when it starts in battle, defaults this nice high view, which is actually what I prefer. What I'll do is I'll toggle it off, and we'll see what else... It's going to be more like... something like this is the way it zooms in. And to me... I mean, yeah, it looks very nice and pretty, but it doesn't seem terribly useful. I really like the high view. The other thing you can do is Control G to turn on the grid in here, which I do find quite handy in the combat zones like this. So, anyway, we'll leave those modes on. So next time we'll see where the camera comes in. And yeah, once again, we get to go. Now they're a little far away. I think I'm mostly going to let them come to me. So once again, I will start the combat while casting a rain of poison blades. Are they all kind of the same? Oh, actually, one of these groups is the assassin group. Now, they have more hit points and will take less damage, but they're also more dangerous. Actually, let's hit them with that. And then what I'm going to do is actually click on them and see what makes them a little bit more dangerous. Of course, they do have some higher defense and resistance, which is a problem. They've got a bunch of different concealments. They can also inflict severely poisoned status on enemies they hit, which is really double plus on good. And they have the backstab thing going on, which I forgot we've got. So that is my main character's moves. And then other than that, yeah, I think I'm mostly just going to adopt a sort of defensive position. Move up to here. Now, the way to burn the rest of your movement, because if I hit N, it'll keep toggling between all the units who still have movement left. Sorry, that's wrong. Apparently, it will toggle through everything. If I toggle through here, it will toggle through all the units with movement left. So you can see it's skipping my main character there. So if I want to just like, I'm good, I'm done here. Actually, I didn't realize this unit has pretty sick range. I could actually move to the extent of my range and then still fire on them, but I don't think I want to. So I'm going to go into guard. It'll burn the rest of my action points and convert it into higher defense. So it's a good way of just sitting idle. We've got our Union Guard here, and you know what I'm going to do is put them, yeah, I'm going to put them right between these two pillars, activate guard. We've also all got the Holy Champion bonus going on right now because of where we are. Additional 5 flame damage, fire damage, I guess, against undead and devout units. Now, I don't think we're facing either one of those. So we'll get our swordmen to come up here and guard our Storm Sisters, since they're incredibly good. Again, we'll guard, and we've got longbows that will stick right behind these Union dudes here. Guard, and then more longbows will move up about there. And that's the end of my turn. So we'll see what they will do here. So you can see that action camera again with a bit of a zoom going on. Ooh, they actually just fired on me from point blank range. Very unpleasant. Looks like the assassins decided not to attack. They technically had 1 action point left over. They may have been able to move in and attack, and they may have just decided that only attacking once would not be enough. They would rather use like multiple action points doing multiple attacks, so they stopped nearby and just burnt the rest of it on guard. Does it tell me their guard status anywhere? It doesn't seem to. I like that it's got the little thing above their head to show that they are guarding, but that's about all. Now, this Union Guard took a lot of damage, which sucks. Now, I'm hoping that we can charge in here. They will retaliate. Why? Why is that not a backstab? I actually don't know. Because that doesn't look like a forward angle to me. Or maybe, oh, they have, they may have enough action points to turn to face me, which is why it's not going to be a backstab. But we will still get to do our charge, which seems like a good idea. We've got enough hit points, we should be able to absorb the poison as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. Bam! Pretty decent damage. And meanwhile, our swordmen still can't get that. But we can do a triple range shot against them. Looks like we got a rank up over here on this character. Now, I don't think you get to pick upgrades on regular units, but by ranking up, they do more damage. Range penalty and line of sight penalty. Okay, let's move this fellow up to here. Try to finish off the assassins. Very nice, they ranked up as well. And then we will move to here and then try to shoot those guys. Zap. And, oh, they've already gone. I think I'm going to weaken... No, we should go for a kill, if we can. And we actually did! Fantastic! And everyone's leveling up. Oops, not next. This guy... I'm thinking we'll just do a full-on guard. Oh, that's the other thing. While they're guarding, they can't be flanked. That's what was going on with this fellow. Aha, I forgot about that. So I don't even know if this is a good strategic move, and I might just lose this unit entirely. Which is bad, because in my little test practice thing, I actually did not lose anyone in this fight. It would be very embarrassing if I did. Oh! They're coming around to flank them. becoming crippled, and I did. I was going to say lose the unit, but I forgot because we are fighting where we are. There's Great Awakening. Resurrects a random unit each combat round. Resurrected units are brought back 50% of their total. Machine and undead units can't be resurrected. So we've got that on our side for like easy mode combat. Again, this is the sort of tutorial level. Now, I wonder if I could actually force a flank here, since they're not on the defensive. Might be actually even easier than I think. If I take the swordmen and come around from, yeah, that side to attack, they will turn to face me and then take the damage. And now that's a flank, and I get my backstab bonus as my leader here. So this should be a really easy kill. 26 points of damage, and I think that's the end of the combat. Oh no, there's still someone alive. Jeez. Hit these longbows. Or use these longbows to hit these scoundrels, finish them off. There we go. Not a very well played battle. I think I did not use the terrain to my advantage, but the city's thanking me. Thank you so much, Your Highness. These were no normal bandits. They have been harassing us persistently for a long time now, getting more aggressive every time. We suspect they are supported by Gamblag, as he does nothing to stop them. We are exhausted and weakened. Could we ask you to protect the city with your forces and leadership? Of course. I will gladly take your city. Now that we have a foothold here, it's time to think about our next step. Gamblag is close off the teleporter, but there is a way through the mountains east of Aldstadt. I can order the city to build some troops while I go east. He will pay. Alright. So we've completed that. So it's going to tell us structures about our domain. We'll dismiss this and we'll talk about them in a second here. So I have a throne city. The very first city you found or take over is where your throne is going to be. And if my hero dies, she will res at the throne city. But if you lose the throne, then if your hero dies, that's it. Game over. Now, this city has this domain area around it. And any of these structures, like this great farm that is within the domain, will give me a benefit. It's been explored, and it's been cleared of monsters and all that. And it's within my domain. So now it's giving me plus 10 population every turn. This gold mine over here is giving me plus 10 gold every turn. This gold mine is explored and cleared and everything, but it's not within the domain, so it's not currently giving me anything. And then this site over here, this creation node, which would give me 15 mana per turn if it was in my domain and it was cleared. So I've got to make sure I've cleared this at some point so that when the city grows, I'll be able to take care of that. So that's to find the way in quest. Poison Mastery is ready to cast. Well, please do. We're only making 2 mana per turn right now. We were making 10. Poison spell is global. All of our units are affected by it, but it's eating up most of it. So hopefully we'll be able to build a structure in here that will give us more mana, or we can take over this creation node as well. We've researched Cloak and Dagger, so this increases spell casting points. Right. Oh, which is here. We can see at 30 now. Yeah, 20 as a base, 10 more from Cloak and Dagger. So that's really handy. And what do we get? Some things are new. We can go Cloak and Dagger for more spell points, but I think that would be overkill right now. In fact, it's probably overkill as is. We could grab this junction so that we could cancel out spells that my opponents have cast. Maybe. I think what I'm going to do is grab the scout training, because we do have some irregular units, and they'll have bonus vision range, and that sounds like a pretty good thing to explore a little bit faster. Our army here, and it wants an action. So what I think I'm going to do is I can go ahead and clear this out right away. Let's confirm the move, go that way. We are a little bit damaged at the start of this, but it should be okay. Oh! Units tremble in fear before you. They're trying to flee the battle. What do? We can show no mercy, which counts as 50 sort of evil action, is what I believe it stands for. Right, because right now our alignment is neutral. So we can be evil and just slaughter them, or we can let them run, which is a good move. And yeah, oh yeah, the center button. Oh, we saw that before. Let's let them run. So we don't get any experience points for clearing them out, right? For killing them, which we normally would do. So that kind of sucks. But if we check our alignment, oh, I guess we can't tooltip right now. We'll close this first. So now, there we go. We showed some mercy to guard, so we've got the plus 50 alignment bonus right now. Affects your relations with other factions, so we are goodly kind of people. I suppose we'll continue to the east along the road. That is it for my movement. Meanwhile, let's check the town here. So the town is started off producing merchandise, which we want to stop it from that, because right now it is giving us more gold per turn, which is great, but we want more buildings. So right now we've got, this is the produce unit tabs. We can produce longbowmen and swordsmen, which you've seen before. The high elf initiate, which we have not seen yet. Well, these got shock bolts, very much like the storm cleric. I don't know, remember. They have night vision for the underground stuff. Evolve. When this unit reaches gold medal rank, it evolves. Really? Is this the thing that evolves to the Sisters of the Storm? I don't know, they all have flavor text. I don't know what it evolves to. It's probably, if I look it up in the little book, it'll tell me. Units. So many different unit types. Like, that's the thing with this game. There's a lot of content. Content is the word I'm looking for. See, the storm, like, that's what I'm thinking, Storm Sisters. I don't know. I mean, the High Elf Initiates look very much like Storm Sister group without the Stunning Blow and without True Sight. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was what happened, but that's not necessarily the case. Anyway, we can produce a High Elf Builder, which has the ability to build a fortress and a watchtower. Fortress is interesting because it does expand my domain, very much like a city, but other than that, it doesn't grow or anything. A laborer can tunnel, dig through dirt cavern walls, which is kind of cool. The battering ram, which has the... Oh, here we go. Wall crushing ability. So it can actually attack walls, like hard walls. Not the little wooden palisades that we saw at the bandit camp, but the walls of a city, and it can smash them down. If you want to take out a city or a fortress, you really do want some siege weapons so you can breach the walls. And then finally, we can build a high elf settler if we want to start a new city. It costs us 750 population to build this, so you got to keep an eye on that. Right now, this outpost only has 520 people. No, this is income. It's making 520 people per turn. Right now, it's got 750 people, and it needs 3,000 to grow to the next size. Then we've got, did I do it? Yeah. Then we've got the actual buildings we can add in. Shrine, shooting grounds, war hall, so on and so forth. Each building will either give me something, like a shrine will give me 10 mana crystals per turn. It also unlocks the High Elf Storm Sister unit. Okay, so I don't know what those other units upgrade to. We'll have to build some and see. So it lets me build the Storm Sisters. It also lets me build a temple and also generate mana. Very much like building merchandise or building housing down here. We could just generate some mana directly. Right now, what do I want to do? Now, I'm not a huge fan of the battering rams if I'm going to be taking out cities. I do much prefer something like a trebuchet, a ranged one, but I think it's a little too early for that. We can build a storehouse and let our city grow a little bit faster. There's certainly value there. I don't think we need an arena. Or infantry units produced in the city gain an additional rank. That's actually quite cool. We can take the library for more research as well. The Rogue's Palace lets us build class-specific units. I believe this won't do anything up until we actually unlock some units through our level ups, for example. So lots of options. City options. We could raise the city. We could just plunder it, which doesn't destroy it, but turns off a lot of things. Makes people unhappy as well, obviously, but gives us some money in case of emergency. And it's an evil act if you want to lower your alignment, I suppose. You could also do it to your opponent's cities that you've just sort of claimed for a little while, but because... No, it's the entire empire. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, and this is our throne city. It is a high elf city, and it currently has a barracks and a builder's hall. Overview panel. We didn't look at everything else. We've got our quests, cities, resources, armies. Oh, this is very handy. Leaders and heroes, active spells. Yeah, that is really handy. Diplomacy menu. What else we got over here? Event history. Oh, that's really handy. Map settings. Oh yeah, the train income. You can see here the train income when you're in a city, but this would turn it on all the time, which I don't think we'd want. I think it'd be a little bit too busy. And then various options. Well, you know what? There we are. I kind of feel like building an initiate and see what happens, but I think I want a unit first. Or another building first. Seems like a good idea. Let's Let's build a laboratory for research. I like research. Let's get that started. And then we'll go ahead and build a couple of initiates to see what happens. Just one initiate. And then we'll try to get them leveled up so they, I don't know, evolve like Pokemon, I guess. Sorry, that was a long turn of doing nothing. I apologize for that. And actually, we're going to put a cut in here because, you know, after such a long delay, it seems like the right thing to do. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment. Did you know I read every single comment someone leaves on my video? That's insane. Why would I do that? I don't know, but I'll read yours.